Yo, what is up, y'all? Well, I was gonna say today, but it's actually tonight. It's fucking 12:24 a.m. UFC 320 just got done or finished, however the hell you want to say it. I don't even know. And wow, I mean, really, overall, wow. I really did not think that this card was going to be all that. Like, for real, I didn't even think it was going to be that interesting. You got Corey and Marab. Marab is a really good, entertaining fighter. A lot of people are shitting on him in this. Not really a lot of people are shitting on him on this fight, but I just think a lot of people, they just disrespect Marab. They don't think he's really entertaining. Marab may not be the most like strike heavy, or however he may not be a striker, but Marab is just a marauder. That's kind of how I want to put it. Marab is just a beast, and I know I'm not like talking about that fight right now, but I just want to say that, my initial thoughts going into this was just like, it's whatever. I didn't really think it was really going to bring what it brought, like the fire, bro. Like, really, there was a lot of fights that just surprised me. The only fight that didn't surprise me was Yuri versus Roundtree. I mean, but we'll get into all that later. I want to start right now with the main event. Go to main card. We'll go all the way down to the bottom, and I'll talk about the rest of the fights. I want to talk about what is most important, and then just get down to whatever. Because holy shit, dude, this man Alex Pereira. I was saying this towards the build up and stuff. This man, 15 pro fights, bro. 15 pro fights, and he was a double champ. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I picked Ankalaev to win this fight. I know that I'm probably going to be hearing a bunch of shit about this and stuff, but looking at the age, looking at the trajectory of what Ankalaev, could have been as a champ. I mean, he was in his prime. Pereira, 38 years old, getting past that prime. But dude, because my thing was like, we have seen nothing but rematches after rematches this year, and it's all been the same outcome. And, for once, I'm going to keep it real. I really think Pereira could have won that first fight if he wasn't hurt. Like, seriously. This fight, it starts off and Pereira is just pressing. He did what he should have done in that first fight. He was not afraid of the takedown. There was no takedown threat at all. I mean, Pereira didn't even allow it. When Ankalaev, shot a takedown, it was horrible because he was hurt already. And this man, Pereira, dude, I don't know, man. It was really good seeing him come back. The fight starts off. Ankalaev, I'm pretty sure he gets a pretty solid like straight, and that was really like the only significant thing I really remember hitting Pereira, kind of rocking him back. But besides that, Pereira was just instantly going with the body straight, inside leg kicks, lead leg kicks, and in my opinion, hurt Ankalaev with the leg kicks as well. And then just, he didn't even need the left hook, man. He just got that overhand on Ankalaev, right on the temple or equilibrium, if you want to say. Really like more on his just like chin, jaw. Like, it was just so brutal, dude, in my opinion. Maybe not like brutal, but just crazy watching Ankalaev just get rocked like that and then kind of just get in a turtle position. And Pereira just, fucking starts laying 12-6 elbows. Very brutal to the face, to the body. And honestly, man, it is awesome to see Pereira come back. I am so glad that I was wrong on this pick. And Pereira, he's him, man. Like, I would love to see him versus Aspinall, but most of all, what I want to see is him versus Yuri. I want to see the trilogy. I think Pereira, he probably does get it. He probably gets it done again, but I just think Yuri, man, with the performance that he had, holy shit, dude, just amazing. This was an awesome main event, by the way. Just a perfect, like, same with like 300, just a perfect way to end the card with a fast, quick finish. To really show who you are. I mean, Alex Pereira, he is without a doubt one of the greatest fighters of all time. Like, I really, top 10 for sure. Like, seriously, this man, he just, no matter what, I just feel like this man is a fucking nightmare. Like, seriously, he is a nightmare. So, amazing fucking fight, amazing performance by Alex Pereira, for real. Amazing comeback fight. Thank God we're not going to be getting a trilogy out of this. And yeah, Ankalaev, I mean, he's probably going to be up there with Jamal Hill as probably one of the most forgotten UFC champions. Maybe not, though. I mean, Ankalaev, he's still young. There's still a lot to show. So I'm not hating on Ankalaev fully. I still think that he can prove something in the light heavyweight division. But I think Pereira, even Yuri, it beats him. I mean, he did not do as well in this fight as he did the first one. Just, he completely let Alex Pereira walk him down. Didn't there, there was the moment where he had like a combo. I think it was like a hook and a straight that kind of pushes Alex back. But Alex was full killer mode going into this. And Ankalaev, you could tell he was not ready for that at all. They're just not prepared. But still, great fucking fight. Great finish. Just amazing. Once again, shout out Poetan. Moving on to the next fight, though, we got the co-main event. Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. Listen, this man Merab is a fucking unit, dude. This man is a unit. And, honestly, before I even get in Merab, I really want to talk about Corey Sandhagen. Like, seriously, this man Sandhagen, in my opinion, I don't know if he did as well as Umar. I may have to rewatch that fight back. But honestly, I thought Sandhagen did pretty much as good as Umar. I know most people, they were kind of just shitting on the fact, because in my opinion, I had this 48-46. I thought Sandhagen definitely won the first and fourth round. But most people, they saw it as Merab won second to fifth. I didn't really see that in the fourth. It doesn't really matter because Sandhagen was going to lose either way. He got 10-8 in the second round. But, with Sandhagen, I just feel like he had a way better game plan going into this fight. For sure, especially in the first round. Compared to like O'Malley, even Umar. I think Umar, being the kind of how do you really want to say it? More of like the dynamic kickboxer, not really like a striker, like a on the feet, trying to hit you with his damn hands. He's more trying to hit you with the question mark kicks or the body kicks and then get a takedown on you. Corey Sandhagen, I feel like in the first round, honestly, it might sound crazy. That is the best, I think, performance anyone's ever had against Merab. It might sound a little bit crazy. Like I said, I have to maybe watch Umar versus Merab again. But this man Sandhagen, he just opens up really good, mixing up his strikes, especially his leg kicks. The number one reason, and I'm not trying to sound like Joe Rogan, but seriously, the number one reason on why I just think Corey did not he didn't. This is the thing with Corey. He gets in these like elements. He did it in the Umar fight where when he gets later in the rounds, he just starts throwing just random shit, just jabbing, fucking back to back to back, throwing a hook, no kicks involved, which in my opinion, that's Corey Sandhagen's game, is mixing it up. Not on the feet with his boxing, but with everything as him as an MMA fighter. Because when he did that in the first and fourth, he showed a lot of potential. I was like, man, if he can win this fifth round, it'll go to a draw. But I had Merab winning this. I knew Merab was going to win this some way. The first round did not matter because right when the first round ended, I said Merab was going to have a good round. Merab had the best round out of that whole fight. Like, seriously, one of the most insane rounds. Almost finished Corey Sandhagen. He just started blitzing, which that was another thing that was really good. Like, Merab's blitz is just very, I don't know how powerful he is, but it's very just lethal, like, seriously, because the way he just like spams these barrages of like hooks and punches, and he's able to get a if I'm right, I don't remember what it was. A hook. It was a hook on Corey Sandhagen's chin, if I'm right, and I don't want to say it knocks him down. Did they count? Yeah, they didn't count it as a knockdown, but he does like go down, and Merab starts just fucking doing what Merab does. This man is the machine. Just like, I'm talking about Alex Burr being top 10 all time. This man, Merab, easily top 10 all time. I do not care. This man is a demon. Once again, though, with Corey Sandhagen, Corey he did well in certain rounds, like the first and fourth, where he actually like mixed it up, try something different. He always got up. I'll say that's the one thing that really, god damn it, 20 out of fucking 37 takedowns though. Like, holy shit. He got up though every single time. Seriously, Corey really did bring the fight. But Merab is a fucking demon. He is a nightmare. I wouldn't say he's a submission machine, but dude, he is just a MMA machine. I don't even know, man. His wrestling, his cardio, even his striking, it is just good. Yes, it's not the most like cleanest striking, but holy fuck, dude, this man Merab, dude, I don't know, his performance was so good. His ability to just like throw Sandhagen around like it's nothing and laugh and smile. Like, this dude is just, he is literally the machine. Like, he is the Terminator. He is not a human being. Oh my god, dude, this man Merab, man, like, seriously, I ain't trying to glaze, dude, but this man, he just looks better in every single fight. Supposedly he wants to fight Jan in December. I cannot wait for that fucking fight. I cannot wait. because yeah, Marab is going to be doing a beating on Peter Yan. And hopefully Marab goes up. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if it's Volk versus Mozart or Volk versus Lerone, whoever beats Volk, I don't fucking know. I hope Marab goes up, though, becomes double champ, because he will be a fucking nightmare at featherweight as well. And I stand by that. Short guy, but dude, he is a demon. Like I said, like his ability to just like, I don't even know, man. Like it literally just, he took damage in this fight, but he never like got really stunned or hurt badly. I don't even think he got cut in the fight. But I mean, like I said, man, his ability to just snatch a single leg, or to just get your legs or a body lock and then just throw you to the ground, like it is insane. His wrestling is insane. Some of the most dominant wrestling I've ever seen in my life. I mean, people can talk about Khabib all they want. This man Marab is, when we talk about wrestling, I think Marab is number one for sure. This guy is a fucking demon, and he's probably going to get better. He's 35 years old, if I'm right. I'm pretty sure he's 35 years old, though. This man Marab is he's a demon. That's all I got to say. Great co-main. Moving on to the next fight. My fight right here. This was my fight. I had my boy Yuri winning. Bro, I was so just scared. The adrenaline was just coursing through my goddamn veins, man. And I was so scared out of that third round going into that third round, because this man Roundtree, I'm going to keep it real. My thing, I was watching Mighty Mouse's videos, giving the predictions and stuff. And, I agreed a lot with what Mighty Mouse was saying, especially with like Khalil keeping range, keeping that, or not range, but keeping the range, sticking to his Muay Thai, not really leaning in as much with his strikes, letting Yuri come in and try to attack, and Khalil, countering and just playing smart, especially using his kicks. I think Khalil, in those first two rounds, he did everything he needed to win. Everything. Yuri, that's the thing, going into those first two rounds, like Yuri just, it did not look like him at all. And I think it was because he respected Khalil's power a little bit too much. I mean, he even said that, man. Like, this man literally said, give me the most dangerous opponent. Give me the most dangerous opponent. This is what this motherfucker said, man. But, dude, Yuri is just a fucking nightmare. Insane. It's crazy that if you hit this man, he's just gonna hit you 10 times harder. He's gonna come back with way more energy, way more just accuracy. I don't know, because that third round, man, like, I was talking about the first and second where he just looked off. He was just, it didn't look like Yuri. He looked very just like scared to engage, which that just didn't seem like Yuri. Almost where I thought that Khalil got because he was doing really good with the calf kicks. I thought Khalil got a calf kick, and it just completely shut off Yuri's leg. I don't know, man. The first two rounds, this man Khalil, in my opinion, was, dominating. You could genuinely say dominating. Yuri looked a little bit better in that second round. He was getting some punches through. I think he got a spinning elbow in that round as well. But Khalil, once again, just being patient, sticking to the game plan, which he's really good at, man. Like, he's really fucking good at sticking to the game plan and just controlling the fight. But, dude, it's Yuri Prohaska. You know what I'm saying? The third round was fucking insane. The way Yuri comes out and basically just, like, when cornermen, when they tell their fighters, you have got to get a finish, that is what it's supposed to look like every single time. And Yuri brought that. Yuri just, even Khalil, dude. Khalil was so beat up. Yuri was pressing. The body shots, the body uppercuts were what were really damaging Khalil. Also the straights, the jabs. Khalil landed my bad. Yuri landed another spinning elbow that was pretty damaging, if I'm right on Khalil. And he was just Khalil was just gassed. That's it. I won't even say beat the fuck up, just gassed. And Yuri, he saw that, man, and Yuri was gassed. But that fucking samurai mentality, that fucking shamama magic that this motherfucker just ate in the middle of the break and shit after the second round and stuff, going into the third. This dude Yuri, I don't know, man, insane elbows, and just hurts Khalil, gets him back up against the cage, starts just letting go, and then he just combos, man. He throws, if I'm right, it was a 1-2, and then ends it with a 3 right on Khalil's fucking chin. Looking at the replay in slow-mo, I mean, you're just watching Khalil's fucking just spit, blood, I don't even know. It just spurts out, dude, and he just falls to the ground. Looked a lot like Dominic Reyes when he got knocked out by Yuri. Just disgusting KO, man. And I am so glad that my boy Yuri is going to get that title shot, because Olberg, you're fighting the loser. You are fighting Ankalaev. Have fun with that, because I'm not even going to lie, I think Olberg is probably going to lose that fight. Good fighter, but, you know, we're not going to talk about Olberg. That's just for another time. Shout out Yuri Prohaska, man. Let's go for that. Let's go for that, because that is what he did. I can't wait. I fucking love Yuri Prohaska, dude. I love Yuri Prohaska. Moving on to the next fight, though, we have Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. I don't really shout out TJ Dillashaw. You know, I'll say that. Shout out TJ Dillashaw. It's good to see him, especially being a cornerman. You know, Josh Emmett just didn't. I don't know what. I mean, look at this. There was not a single strike thrown on both ends. Josh Emmett just starts to fight out. He's just doing like a caveman walk. Like Chama, you know, oh hey hey oh hey hey oh hey hey oh. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't really say anything about Josh Emmett. Like, seriously, there's really nothing I could say about him. Yusuf Zalal, though, what I can say about him is that he had a really nice, perfectly timed takedown. Did really well in the guard, especially getting that fucking armbar. Awesome armbar. Verbal tap from Josh Emmett. It was weird because nobody was cheering on Yusuf Zalal. And listen, I'm not the biggest fan of this guy. He was calling for a fight with Lerone Murphy. I mean, I thought he was calling for a fight with Volk, but thank God he called it with Lerone, which I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Nothing against Zalal. He's on a tear. I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, you know, Josh Emmett, you're 40. My joke of this fight was, you know, if Josh Emmett gets a flatline KO, he should go up to lightweight and fight Max Holloway for BMF. It's just bullshit, by the way. Like, I didn't really actually want that to happen. Even though I think it'd be easy money for Max Holloway. I just think Josh Emmett needs to retire. That's really it. Nothing against the guy, but he's old, you know, 40, 41 if I'm right. Yeah, it's just, your body doesn't hold up, man. It doesn't, especially when you're in the lower weights. So I just think he needs to retire. Good performance from Zalal, though, and I hope he gets the Lerone Murphy fight. If not, I mean, Ortega, you know, Yair, I don't really know. Featherweight, Joe Rogan was talking about how featherweight is just a stacked division. No, the fuck it's not. When you have Pitbull in the rankings, if I'm right, he's in the rankings. Yeah, that is not a stacked division. I don't care if Brian Ortega is a top 10 featherweight. That is not a stacked division. I don't give a shit. Mozarv Evloev he is the fucking number one ranked contender in featherweight. Nothing against the guy, but he hasn't beat a single number one. I mean, he beat Diego Lopez, but that's different. They were like both unranked, you know. Whatever, man. Good performance from Zalal. Moving on to the next fight. Oh man, this fucking fight, dude. My boy Abbas Magomedov, which he ain't my boy because my real boy is fucking Joe. Because that fucking, you see that red light, that fucking body cam is on, boy. Because, you know, everyone's talking about body cam off because we know this motherfucker likes to scrap. We know this motherfucker likes to bang it out, yo. Racist ass cop. But this man Joe, man, body bags, just a great performance. I'm gonna keep it real because I remember Joe Pyfer when he went on the JRE podcast, fought Jack Hermanson, got outclassed. I thought, you know, Pyfer was going in completely cocky. I wouldn't say outclassed, but, you know, showed different levels of experience. And I'm gonna keep it real. Ever since that loss, man, Joe Pyfer has just gotten better. The fact that he could do that to a bus, I'm gonna keep it real. It really did shock me. The fact that Joe Pyfer was able to, you know, in that first and second round wrestle and actually be pretty dominant. Like, in all honesty, he is like the future of middleweight. Like, how middleweight is looking. Like, it really is. Because he is an all around, like, seriously, I know a bust is kind of he's a bust, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't really all that, but still a pretty good striker, I want to say. Terrible cardio, though, which, you know, Joe Pyfer, once again, like, he just looked good. Like, he just looks better in each fight, in my opinion. And you know, he didn't get that knockdown or any really aggressive strikes, I want to say, in the first round, but his ability to, you know, get the takedown or I guess it wasn't the takedown, it was a bus who got the takedown, and Joe Pyfer was able to, get top position. I don't even really remember now. Now, honestly, thinking about it, because the Bus has time. I mean, not a whole bunch like Piper, but I mean, this fight, honestly, looking at the stats and stuff, this fight wasn't like super duper crazy. The first round wasn't super crazy. I think a Bus was able to land a takedown in the first round, and Piper was able to. What was he doing in that? Because he did like reverse it. I don't really remember, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I just kind of remember the second round where Piper, once again, red light on, turns that body cam on. He lands a overhand, if I'm right, stuns a Bus. They call it a knockdown, but I think a Bus fell over because Joe Piper like leads with or he like follows up with like a lead hook or something, and a Bus falls. And then leading to the ground where Joe Piper is able to get the full mount instantly, if I'm right, and then locking up that arm triangle. Or my bad, not arm triangle, it was a rear naked choke. If I'm right, he was trying to go for an arm triangle and then went for the back take. And yeah, I mean, that rear naked choke was really good. A Bus didn't do shit to fight out of it. He was tired, so once again, though, really good fight, good performance by Joe Piper, and yeah, that body cam, motherfucker, man, that shit's staying on, homie, because good fucking performance, seriously. Moving on to the next fighter, though, we have God, listen, he is a great fighter, don't get me wrong. I mean, he is a good fighter. He has a lot of knockouts, but he hasn't really fought like comp yet. Atabe, Altabe Gautier versus Tristan Vines or Stone, I don't know. This man Gautier pretty much beat this guy with pure strength. Joe Rogan's words, really wasn't that. It was an elbow, because before we even get into the finish, man, I'm going to keep it real. Vines probably had the smartest yet dumbest game plan going into this. Literally just circling around, not respecting Gautier's, respecting it, but you know what I'm saying? Like not, trying to engage with that power at all. Because, when Gautier actually, landed, because he landed a lot, Vines didn't land a single shot. Nothing. I mean, nothing against the guy, but he's probably going to get cut. I mean, he just, even his takedowns, they were shit. I don't know what the game plan was going into this. And Gautier, he just did what Gautier does. I mean, he just was able, Vines goes in on a takedown. Looks like he's able to get it. It looks like he has his hand, he has the grips. But Gautier just starts throwing elbows, which I think that was what really damaged Vines. Gautier was able to pretty much reverse. I wouldn't even say reverse. He was just able to like rock bottom. I don't even know if you want to call it a rock bottom. I don't even know what the fuck you want to call it. He just kind of like shoves Vines to the ground, flips him over, and just starts landing brutal ground and pound shots. And that was the end of the fight. Gautier, I'm not gonna lie, he's a scary fucking guy, but I don't know, man. Give him Jack Hermanson. I know he just got finished against somebody like Rodriguez, but I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, seriously. Nothing against Gautier. He is a scary dude, and he is a knockout artist. But it's kind of like with Malcolm Wellmaker. It's just kind of like you're not feeding him real competition. You're just kind of building a name for him. And then once he loses, what do we do then? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think he's definitely a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I think Gautier is a really good fighter, but I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of like we always see with these fighters that, they go on this like really big KO streak with these, not good fighters, and then they actually get a fighter that knows what they're doing. So I don't know. It really doesn't matter about just that loss, because we've seen it with the fighting nerds like Carlos Prates. You can come back with a really good performance, but I don't know, man. I'm on the Gautier hype train, but I'm just, I'm not all there just yet. I want to see at least one more performance, and against a good fucking fighter. Like, at least not high rank, but, give him Gastelum, bro. Fuck it. It doesn't have to be a good fighter, but just let's get like an experienced one where I'm like, okay, I see it now. But still, great performance, great knockout. Moving on to the next fighter, or next fight. Daniel Santos versus Ju Sang Yu. Listen, man, I had my boy Ju Sang Yu, my boy Yu winning this motherfucking fight. Shouldn't have done it at all. Honestly, he probably could have won the fight. I mean, looking at him, he was landing a lot of good strikes. But he just played it completely stupid, just not respecting his opponent, not keeping his hands up. He rather aura farm. Really sucks to see him get knocked out. But I think he'll be back. I think he needs to just be a lot more smarter. He didn't really have like super great moments. I'm just going to keep it real. I have to, like, it sucks to say that because I wanted him to win, but Daniel Santos, man, like that dude, yeah, Daniel Santos really brought it in my opinion. I mean, just with the takedowns, and not only that, but just kind of not really setting up his shots, but being smart with coming in, like with the blitz against Ju Sang Yu, keeping his chin down. And I just, this was a catchweight bout. I think it was supposed to be a featherweight bout, but I don't really know what happened. And I didn't think Santos was going to win this fight. I actually thought one thing that Ju could have like really done in this fight to win was not Aura Farm. Once again, he just kind of did it too fucking much. That first round though, he looked really, really good. Even the second round, he didn't look bad at all. It's just he got caught. He has his chin wide open. No hands are up. Like it's just, it's bound to happen, dude. And even with someone like Daniel Santos, who's 14-2, I mean, come on, man. Like you got to respect your opponents. I know he got a really, really good knockout in his last fight in the China card, but yeah, dude, I don't really know. I don't have much to say about this fight. It was catchweight. Good performance from Daniel Santos. Didn't take much damage at all. Honestly, he didn't really take. Looking at significant and total strikes, didn't really take much. And a really good overhand finish. If I'm right, it was an overhand finish with some ground and pound shots. Moving on to the next fight, we have Patchy Mix versus Jakub Wilkalex. And, this fight fucking sucked. I'm just going to keep it real. Nothing against Jakub. He was debuting. I think he, being the bantamweight RDR, I think he can show a lot of potential. He looked pretty good against Patchy Mix. But, if you don't look good against these guys, these Bellator guys, Bella whores, I guess if that's what you call them, because it's just like, Jesus, dude. These guys just get fucking ragdolled. Or they just have boring fucking fights that just don't matter at all. It's either intense, gruesome pain beating, or it's soft, sweet, delicate boredom. That's what it is with these guys. Patchy Mix, I'm not going to lie, he had really good takedown attempts. Or, my bad, not even takedown attempts, but he did have a really, I wouldn't say game plan, but he had really good takedowns. He didn't really show like a takedown threat because there wasn't much damage coming out of his end. Or coming from his end, AO, or pause. Who fucking cares? But Jakub, I think Jakub, quit pulling the fucking gilly. I think that's really the one thing, and actually, try to advance and try to get to a better position. I just thought Jakub looked really good on the feet, mixing it up. Patchy didn't mix shit up, dude. His last name is a bunch of bullshit, which I don't think that's his last name, but still, Patchy Mix, just bunch of bullshit. Crazy, he came in here as a favorite. I'm gonna keep it real, man. Y'all have got to quit making fucking Bellator fighters favorites. They do not deserve to be favorites. They lose to, this dude was a champion in Bellator. He was a champion on a 7-fight win streak. Of course, a little inactive, but he just lost to a dude making his debut. I mean, I don't know, man. There's not really much to say about this fight. It was a good fight. I thought Jakub showed a lot of potential. Once again, bantamweight RDR for sure. A little bit better on the feet though. And yeah, just Patchy, he ain't all that, man. It's the same thing with Asakura and just all these other dudes. It's just, if they're not making money for y'all, who cares, dude? I guess they do, because Patchy, he came in as a favorite, so never mind, dude. Because I thought he was going to win this fight. I really did. I thought it was going to be like a Danny Gay, Patricio Pitbull match where, it's a boring fucking fight, but hey, they're going to give it to the dude who's a veteran because they want to push his name. And yeah, they didn't. Thank God they didn't. And Daniel Cormier, do not bitch about it because it was not a robbery. Split decisions, I'm going to keep it real. I always say this. Split decisions are not robberies. That may just be a debate that some people want to get into, but with me, it's just I just think split decisions, robberies are unanimous decisions, majority decisions that you can definitely say are fucking robberies. Not even majority, because I don't even think majority are usually a robbery. But split decisions, I mean, honestly thinking about it, yeah, you can make an argument, but I don't even want to talk about it, man. I don't even want to talk about this fucking fight anymore. Moving on to the next one. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. Man, this man Edmund, he's been around for a while, and this dude is looking really good in each fight. He looked really good against Muniz. He did get touched up a little bit. I'm not going to say he got hurt, but Edmund, his striking, his grappling, or not his grappling, my bad, but his striking, his kickboxing is very just clean. Seriously, he's very fast. If I'm right, he's 29, because they were kind of saying how he's been in the UFC for 9 years. And this dude is just entering his prime. Seriously. Of course, it's not a great, against a great opponent, but I just think Edmund, he's showing a lot. Of course, I think I should kind of give him the Jake Matthews treatment, but I'm Edmund goes for finishes. He's not a boring point fighter. And that's what he did in this fight. He went for that finish. was able to get a lead hook. I guess, yeah, because it counted as a knockdown. He was able to get a lead hook on Andre Munoz's chin and wobbling him really bad. I don't even think it was the chin, it was the temple, but Munoz got hurt really, really bad, tried to show it off, or tried to, not show it off. It was near the end of the round, and Edmond just starts lighting Andre up. Andre falls over because the damage is a lot. He was really, really hurt. And Edmond was just able to really just get nasty ground and pound shots. I think he got some elbows in. And they just stopped the fight 2 seconds in. This man, I'm like fucking trying to think about the fight. Sorry, y'all. Like, that's why I keep saying, because I'm like, So I'm trying to think of shit. But, sorry, because I do kind of get a little spazzy and shit. So, Edmond, like I said, his kickboxing looked really good. Andre, I thought he could have done a little bit better with his grappling. I think that was really his biggest issue was coming into this fight, was he kind of didn't really do well in the shots. Edmond defended very well once again, going for those kicks and going for that counters. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was countering pretty well. And yeah, man, I mean, I don't really know. This was a good finish though. Shout out Edmond. Moving on to the next fight though, we have Punanelli Soninero versus Nikola Verenikova. I didn't want to slip up, say some bullshit, but this was a boring fight. Nothing against it. Pinelli, he just dominated the whole fight. Very wrestle dominant, or wrestle heavy. Nikolay didn't show shit. Nothing against the guy. Just didn't really show much. Didn't really care to get out of the positions that he was in. Punaheli just pretty much just kept him in the positions every single time. Mostly like a stacked half guard, if that's what you want to say. And yeah, pretty good performance from Punaheli. And yeah. Moving on to the next fight, we have Macy Chassion versus Yana Santos. This was a pretty good fight. This was a slugfest from hell. I actually thought it was a pretty, once again, I thought it was a pretty solid fight. Santos is now a top 5 contender in the bantamweight division. This division is just so underdeveloped. I can't even explain just how ass it is. It is probably the only division where you can miss weight and it's completely fine, because Macy, she missed weight. She's a featherweight though, and who gives a fuck. And yeah, I thought Yana though, with her performance, she did really, really well with the elbows, short punches, the clinch knees. Her game plan was just clinch up, keep I guess you could say pressure, but kind of just keep Chastain away from the takedowns, because that's really where Chasson, or is it I don't fucking know, Macy, that's where she has most of the success, which she didn't do a lot. I'm going to keep it real. Her performance kind of reminded me of Caio Barallo. She just looked very drained. Didn't look like she had a good fight camp or a good weight cut at all. And Santos came in as a lot fresher fighter, and that's kind of just how this fight played out. Was Yana was way more fucking fresher, and Macy, I mean, she looked good in the third round, but there just wasn't really much to it. She got up, started screaming, acting like she really did anything. It was a good fight. They both took damage, but I think Yana was just the one who was a lot more smarter in the first and second round. And then Macy, she picked up in the third, didn't really do much though. Or if I'm right, she did hurt Yana in that third round, but once again, just not too significant. Good fight though. Good slugfest for real. I'm going to keep it real. Moving on to the next fight, we have Chris Gutierrez versus Farid Basharat. Once again, not a great fight. Farid, I'm going to keep it real. He played very smart with his game plan, switching it up, going for the takedowns. Gutierrez, just, older fighter, the veteran, just looked slow, didn't really have the same speed as Basharat. There were moments where he did actually look pretty good. But, even a moment, if I'm right, where he landed a straight or it was a hook, it was pretty solid on Basharat. But I just think Basharat, he was able to stay in this fight, even in the third round where he looked gassed and Gutierrez could have had the most success. He just stayed in this fight, very smart. And like I said, wasn't really a super knockout fucking bar fight, but it was pretty cool. I think Farid, he's definitely better than the other Basharat guys. So, I know they're twins, but he's better than his brother. So, yeah, solid fight. Moving on to the next one. Razmin Bajamin, you know me, man. I'm gonna fuck up the names. Razmin Bajaman. I was just fucking up this man's last name. Razmiz Bajamaj versus Austin Vanderford. Going into this fight, I had Vanderford winning. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it real. I do know a little bit about Brajman with his fight against Mickey Gall. I don't remember the guillotine choke that he got on the one dude, the standing guillotine, but it was a really nasty choke. And listen, the only reason I wasn't going with this guy is because I just don't know a whole bunch about him. And Vanderford was coming in as a favorite, even though I think any Vanderford fight I've seen, it went to like a decision. It wasn't anything super crazy. Dude, that fucking thing is back. Jesus Christ, bro. Anyways, though, I'm going to keep it real. Benjamin, I'm just calling him Raw. I feel like it's just way better. The first round was super fucking boring. Just did not expect the second round to be what it was. Once again, very, very boring. And the second round, because I don't care about the first round, it was whatever. The second round starts pretty well with Rosamine starting to actually just pressure and actually get like in the groove. Austin wasn't really like that. I think there was a moment where he did get like slightly hurt and shot a takedown, which led to Brahmanj getting the guillotine choke. Very nasty fucking choke on Vanderford. And yeah, just overall really good performance. It's cool to see him win, because I suppose he's not really all that good of a fighter. I mean, a lot of people were shitting on him whenever he beat Mickey Gall. Of course, it's Mickey Gall, but still. And of course, this is Vanderford, but it's still, he's having pretty good performances, I'm not going to lie. So, maybe he can climb up a little bit more in the welterweight division. We'll see. Good performance, though, by Rosmine. Moving on to the next fight, which is the last fight. Veronica Hardy versus Brogdon Walker. Once again, not really a great fight. Veronica Hardy had a really good performance, though. She just did very well in mixing it up with her striking, especially because Brogan, she wanted to grapple a lot, and I think Veronica Hardy just did very well in, what the fuck was I about to say? And reversing and just damaging and really just pressuring and keeping this whole fight to her advantage. There was a moment in the second round where she got a really nice straight on Walker, knocking her down. And once again, it's just, Brogdon, she's been gone for like 3 years or some shit, so she just didn't really, she's just been gone for a while. Of course, looking at her record too. And Veronica Hardy, she just, she's active. She actually is a pretty solid fighter, I'm not going to lie. With her Muay Thai is pretty solid too. But yeah, I mean, overall, this card was really, really good. I mean, going into the earlier fights, I'm not really the biggest, I don't really remember them. It's fucking 1 a.m. I just got this shit done with. I really just wanted to talk about the main card and, of course, the other fights, but did kind of lose my train of thought, I guess, going into these earlier fights. But anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this card was really, really good. Good finishes, pretty solid decision fights too, in my opinion. I'm probably gonna give this card like an 8. I think it's like a light 8, like just, this about like the light, not the lightest, but the light slightest 8, really good card. Awesome to see fucking Alex back, man. Like, it is amazing to see Alex Pereira back. And especially in the fashion that he won. Merab getting his title defense, proving that he is the bantamweight GOAT, which, I mean, he is one of the GOATs. And then Yuri Prohaska getting just an absolute amazing fucking knockout. Fight of the year, fight of the night, however you want to put it. Just great fucking performance by both of them. Yusuf Zalal with a really solid armbar, very nasty. He would have broke Josh Emmett's arm probably if Josh didn't tap in time. Joe Pyfer with a really good rear naked choke, very solid rear naked choke on a bus. A bus was just gassed, and Pyfer just, really went all out, took the advantage, and yeah, it was fucking awesome. Gaultier, once again, crazy fucking pure strength knockout. And yeah, I honestly am ready for his next fight. Santos, another great fight, knockout. You got to punish those fighters who, keep their hands down, and that's what he did. Patchy Mix, whatever. Jakob, good performance. You should have won unanimously, but, you didn't. I think he's going to be kind of bright in the bantamweight division. Young, beat a veteran, not in the UFC, but still, I think having a win, over Patchy Mix, I think that's kind of big, especially for your debut. Edmund Shabazian, good fucking knockout, very good knockout. Good follow-up shots as well. And Punahele Soriano, good dominant wrestling, very good wrestling, just not, not very damaging. A lot of strikes, but just once again, not very damaging. Macy Chasson versus Yana Santos. Yana did very well in the clinch, very good elbows, very good knees, short punches. And just overall, she looked really good compared to Macy, who just looked drained, didn't really look like she had a good camp. Chris Gutierrez, Farid Basharat, not the best fight. Pretty good technical fight, though. Gutierrez has pretty solid moments. Basharat had the better moments for sure. Razmeen Bajaman versus Austin Vanderfort. Bajaman was able to get that guillotine choke, very nasty guillotine choke on Austin Vanderfort, who really just didn't have much of an answer against him. And then Veronica Hardy versus Brogdon Walker, which there wasn't really much of a competitive fight in this. Like, seriously, Veronica Hardy experience. Honestly, she's probably going to make her way in the flyweight division. But yeah, once again, 8 out of 10 card. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fucking blessed ass night. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.